Gentrification did not replace redlining. In a lot of places, it just cashed in on what redlining set up. And if you don't understand how these two are connected, you're missing the entire point. Here's the history they don't like to line up for you. Redlining wasn't just banks saying no loans. It was government-backed housing policy, lenders, appraisers, real estate power, all treating Black and brown neighborhoods like a financial disease. And they graded neighborhoods, they coded risk, and Black presence, or even proximity to Black communities, was routinely treated as a reason to devalue an entire area. So what happens next? No fair mortgages, no business capital, no investment. Homes age, infrastructure decays, schools get neglected, and wealth that should have been accumulated just doesn't. That wasn't accidental neglect. That was structured disinvestment. Now, sit with this part, right? After decades of that disinvestment, after property values were artificially depressed, those same neighborhoods became valuable. Not because the people changed, not because the culture changed, but because investors can buy cheap, cities can rebrand, and somebody else can move in. That's when the language shifts, right? Redline neighborhoods become up and coming, revitalized urban gems, reimagined communities, same land, same street, same culture, different audience. Do you see the connection? But real talk, here's the part that genuinely irritates me. People talk about gentrification like it's just market forces, like it's neutral, like it's inevitable. Nah, it's not. It's especially profitable in the exact places redlining helped weaken. You can't separate the two, if you're being honest. Redlining lowered the cost, gentrification extracts the value. One pushes people down, the other pushes them out. So think about how that plays out in real life. Families were denied loans to repair and improve their homes, so the houses aged. Then investors swoop in. They buy cheap. They renovate and then they sell for triple. Neighborhoods were denied basic resources for decades. Groceries, clinics, safe infrastructure. And then suddenly those same places get selective investment. Right when prices start climbing. And the culture, Black and brown cultures made neighborhoods vibrant. And then suddenly that same culture is marketed as authentic, while the people who created it can no longer afford to live there. That's not progress. That is extraction with better lighting. And notice who benefits. Cities collecting higher property taxes. Newcomers who call it urban living. Meanwhile, the people who survived the worst years, they're displaced. Their rents jump. Their property taxes spike. Their communities scatter. And then they're told, well, you should have bought earlier. With what money? Denied by which bank? Under which policies? Yeah, exactly. This is why I get frustrated when people act like gentrification is a separate issue. It's not. Redlining was a setup. Gentrification is just one of the ways the payoff shows up. And the reason this country avoids saying that out loud is because it forces accountability, not just for the past, but for who's profiting right now. So when you see a neighborhood changing, ask yourself, who was locked out before it became desirable? Who was denied opportunity so someone else could cash in later? And why does progress always seem to arrive after Black and brown people start getting pushed out? That's not coincidence, that's design. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.